Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host LovelyCheesePizza here, getting a quick little oil change for our Lancer Evo rally car because we're doing rally races and it's been pretty awesome so far. So welcome back to Let's Play some more Gran Turismo 3, the ultimate driving simulator. Harrison's asleep, Michaela's gone for a while, I've got some free time, so let's do some rally events because I took a lot of time off of this. And I was like, man, I've been really just like not been digging these, and so we did like 60 other races or something like that. And then I came back to it and it's like, dude, this is actually really cool. I think it's just the idea of having a legit rally car that's actually good and not one that I just tried to convert into one is probably what's making it better. So let's do, I mean, you know, I may very easily do the Tahiti Maze and it may be an absolute crock of shit and then I end up hating it, so who knows, but we'll try this. And we'll see how it goes. So if I can do this well, then I think that maybe we were just destined for greatness. Who knows? And with that, I think the best way to kick it off is instead of opening an RC, I'm trying to be a little bit healthier here. And I'm going with some Cherry Cola Zevia. It's got no sugar and nothing that would ever really, you know, imply that it's actually supposed to be good, but my God, it is. Oh, it's glorious. I can hardly lift my arm anything higher than this because I went to the gym with my brother last night and God, he absolutely tore my ass off. I mean, I'm a fucking wreck, and it's gonna be way worse tomorrow. That's the worst thing about doing these. When you work out and you've not been there for a while and you go back and you go super hard on it, and next thing you know, you're just in shambles, and that's pretty much where I am right now. That turn was glorious. I think we're gonna be okay. I mean, I'm gonna have to clean up some certain things here, but I think we're gonna be just fine. All things considered, at least. Oh God. Okay, so we're racing up against essentially the same. Well, he's not the same car. It's one model earlier than this. So, but it's the same general type of idea. So. It should be okay. I think we're gonna be all right here. There's just a couple segments that I'm a little bit worried about, and this area right here is most certainly one of them. This is always the area that's given me absolute fucking fits, is that crazy spaghetti noodle section there. I think we'll be all right. So, yeah, dude, we went to the gym last night, and it was chaos. I mean, I'm not gonna say that I'm like a super workout enthusiast. Like, it's not. I'm not gonna say that I hate going because I enjoy going. Like the idea of getting myself in fucking shape so that I'm not getting winded after running like 2.5 blocks like I did the other day is certainly something that I strive for. Because for a while there, you know, I was going all the time and I had shaved like a solid like 2.5 minutes off of my mile time, and so I was on fucking cloud 9 with that for a while, but then, you know, some things happened and I couldn't go as, you know, regularly as I wanted to, and then I ended up kind of slipping back down into obscurity there. But I'm on the way back up, and so, you know, Spencer and I, we did like, you know, stair climbing, which is the bane of my actual existence. It seems like anytime I ever do anything involving like calf exercises, I end up injuring myself. Like, it always fucking happens. I didn't do it this time, but stair steppers and those calf raise machines are the ones that always seem to, you know, hurt me somehow. I don't know what it is. I must just have like weak fucking tendons in my calves or something, because it is just like a constant barrage of pain whenever I do those, except for this last time. But we did a couple of workouts that I've not done. Well, we did one in specific that I've not done before that it makes you look so fucking stupid. But it's a great workout though. Like, the idea behind it is fantastic, but you know, it's one of those that if you were somebody else working out and you saw somebody doing it, you'd probably laugh because you're like, there's no way that's that hard. But I implore you to do it and tell me that it's fucking simple. So I'll tell you what it is. I can't really illustrate it because I'm driving and gyrating my hands around everywhere while I'm trying to win this fucking thing is probably not a smart idea, but I'll paint a picture with the English language so that you can comprehend it through your brain. And I guess if English isn't your first language, this is going to be a difficult time for you. But so what you do is, and we did this on the decline bench, which was apparently way harder to do with this than had you done it on a normal bench. But so we did it on the decline bench. But what you do is you put 5-pound weights on both sides, so you're doing 55 pounds total because the bar itself is 45. And you start, and this is all like one continuous thing. You really don't, you want to try to get through the entire set without stopping, you know, so you want to try to switch as quickly as you can. But what you do is you start by you do 10 reps with like the closest thing to close grip as you can get. So literally like this close in. You do 10 reps of those, and then as soon as you get done with the 10th rep, you immediately change to regular grip. So kind of just like that moderate length. You do 10 of those, and then you switch out to wide grip, which is on decline bench is so goddamn uncomfortable. Like it's so weird feeling. You do 10 of those, and as soon as you do 10 more of those, then you switch back to normal grip. You do 10 of those. And then you finish up doing the mega close grip ones, and you do 10 of those, and then you're done. You do just that one set of 50 straight reps, and I'll be damned if you don't get around like the 30th one and you feel like your arms are just about ready to like melt off the bone, and then your bones just explode into a puff of dust. Like, that's about how it felt for me. I mean, it was just, and oh no, oh shit, dude, not there, of all the places. That is not the place for that to happen. I mean, there's still plenty of room for us to recover and win this, but God bless it all. Jesus Christ and the Church of Latter-day Saints. That is not where that needs to be. I am so glad that our car is faster than his, because had we done that pretty much anywhere else, we would have suffered the old haymaker from Lennox Lewis. Holy! And look at that, we basically did it was like a victory donut. Somehow we did that, and we were able to increase our lead miraculously. I don't even know how that even works. It's like we crop dusted him, and the fart was so bad as it went through his window that he like choked on it and vomited in his lap, and he had to slow down because it was like spilling hot coffee on yourself. Except for, I'm fairly certain hot vomit in the lap is far worse than hot coffee. Mainly because of the retching and everything that goes with that. But hey, look at that! We recovered with something that was really stupid. But hey, I'll take whatever I can get. So yeah, we did 50 of those. We also did the ones on like that semi-free weight machine where you go up like this, and then you do the individual ones like that, so it isolates the arms so that you're not using, the strength of one arm to try to compensate for the other one. You literally have to do it. And my muscles are a mess. Like I was gonna try to go today, and I just couldn't do it. I was just like, fuck it. You could pay me to do it, but I was not having it. But super tight thing, and it actually it ties into cars, because this was one of the coolest fucking things, and I did not expect it at all. But my brother has a brand new car. He got I think it's either a 2018 or a 2019 Toyota Camry, like the Super Sport one or whatever the fuck it is. And it has one of the coolest features that I didn't even know the cars even had yet. I mean, I've been mobbing around in a 2004 Lexus IS 300 and a 2016 Jetta, in a fucking Volkswagen Jetta. And so I didn't, I've known that they're obviously improving the way that certain things are in cars, but I didn't know that we are, accelerating into like video game style improvements for vehicles. Because he let me drive it, which was surprising enough. I figured there's no way anybody's getting their filthy mitts on that car of his, but he let me drive it to the gym last night. And so I set in, and I get everything all adjusted to my liking, and I pull out of the driveway, and I throw that thing into drive, And as soon as I did that, there was totally this like full-on like heads-up display thing inside of the windshield, like directly in front of me. It was so weird. It was one of the most bizarrely awesome things I've ever seen, because I didn't even comprehend it right away. And like I started driving, and all of a sudden it hit me that the speedometer was literally in the windshield directly in front of me, so that I didn't even have to look down at the dash. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, am I seeing things? He's like, oh no, you're seeing the heads up thing, aren't you? I was like, yeah. And like, not only did it display the speed that I was going, like if I was getting ready to eclipse the speed limit, a little icon would come up next to the speed, showing what the speed limit for the area that you're in is. So that if you surpass it, it starts making like a beeping noise, so that it reminds you to slow down. It's so fucking cool. And it also like displays when you change songs and all this type, like, you know, trivial things like that. But dude, the whole thing with the speed was so cool, because like I didn't even have to look down at the dash the entire time that we drove to see what my speed was. I didn't think that would be a thing that had been integrated into cars yet. Like, that was absolutely fucking insane. And on top of that, like, I'm still trying to understand how that even works, because. And the crazy thing is, like, the only person that can see it is the driver. Like, if you're in the passenger seat, you can't see it. Which is, I mean, it makes total sense, because I've ridden passenger in that car numerous times and I didn't even notice it. I've even sat in the back seat behind him and I didn't even notice it. So, I mean, it's geniusly hidden. Like, you have to be at like the perfect angle. It's like, it's kind of like the same thing that they do at banks, where they have, you know, that privacy sleeve thing that they put over the window of the ATM, so that, you know, if you're waiting in line to do your stuff, you basically can't see what the other person in front of you is doing, unless you're basically standing like directly behind them, which is pretty fucked up. but dude, it was super cool. It's just like this really nifty thing, and you can see where the window of it is if you look just right. It's like this little tiny, like 5-inch, well, maybe a little bit bigger than that. It's like 7 or 8 inches by like 4 inches. Like this little rectangular display window that, to the naked eye, you don't even know it's there until you see the stuff displaying in it. And yeah, it's just, and it's so subtle. Like it's not like this predominant thing that's going on. It's just numbers displaying in front of you. Like, there's not like borders on the area or like bold colors. It's just like illuminated enough to where you can see it and acknowledge that it's there, but it's literally the furthest thing from being a distraction. It's so cool, and I've been raving about it ever since, because it's just like, it's one of the coolest features for a car. That it's like seemingly so innocuous, but it's just, oh, it's fantastic. I want a car so badly with it. I kind of, yeah, I'll see if I can, when I get to like a straightaway area, I'll go into like the first person mode in this, so I can kind of point it out a little bit better on kind of how it was working. See if we can maintain our lead here. We're doing all right. It's a little bit ticky-tack here, you know, Ricky Ticky Tavi. Oh god. Okay, so this area right here, this is fine. So it's literally like, if you were sitting right here like this, obviously you'd be sitting back a little bit, but it would literally be displaying just a hair above where the speedometer and like the thing that displays your RPMs is at. Like, it'd be just a hair above that. So it's not like it's directly in front of your face. You still gotta, you know, glance down just a smidge, but it's one that you can see it out of like your peripheral vision downwards just well enough to where you don't really have to like really shift your eyes much at all. So you can really still pay perfect attention. It's really, really nifty. So I hope they do that more often, because that's, as it sits right now, the only car that I've seen that in. I don't know if that's just kind of commonplace for 2019 sport vehicles or what. I mean, I'll take that heads-up display thing over the, you know, automatic parking function any fucking time. Because I don't feel like parking functions like that are really even that necessary. Like, if you can't parallel park your own car, then should you really even have a driver's license? I mean, that's kind of a loaded question, because I totally didn't even have to do parallel parking when I took my driver's test when I was 16 years old. I literally, the only thing that I had to do was I had to pull up to the side of a sidewalk, and then I had to put it in reverse and back straight up, and then I had to, you know, put my turn signal on and you know, just pull away from the curb, and that was the extent of that. I figured she was gonna have me, you know, parallel park next to a car, and because the street that, it was such a cop-out too, because the street that she sent me down didn't have any cars parked on the side of the street, she didn't make me do it. It was so stupid. It wasn't like, hey, let's go one block down and see if there's any cars down there. She literally was just like, oh, there's none of them down here. All right, well, whatever. She's like, we'll just do this instead, which is absolutely the most just bullshit. I don't really care. Let's just get this test done with, because, you know, my meatball sub from Subway is probably going to start getting cold if I make this test go any longer, so let's just get it out of the way and have it be done. Okay, let's go. We are hanging in there. But yeah, that was probably the easiest driving test I think I've ever taken, even though I only ever took one. But anybody that I've ever talked to, there was always like, oh, they made me go do this, and I had to go do this and this and this. And me, it's just like, she sent me, you know, she had me go across the street, go down one residential street, pull up to the curb, drive backwards for 30 feet, pull out from that, go take a left, take another left, and then we're back at the DMV again. I passed with a 95. So, I don't know if it really gets a lot easier than that. It may as well have just been, hey, let's go drive across the street to AM/PM and go get a fucking, you know, 66 ounce Polar Pop, you know? Which, dude, Polar Pop is like a national treasure. It's one of those, like, it's one of those styrofoam cups that somehow has extremely good temperature control in it, where it like always stays cold. It's like those crazy thermoses that the cold stays cold forever and the hot stays hot for, you know, at least like 2 lunar cycles before it eventually starts to change. It's nuts. I love that stuff, and I love the fact that they use like the weird little like nugget crushed ice. Like it's not the crazy big ass cubes, and it's not the weird like shaved ice shreds where it melts in like 30 seconds. It's like those weird, crazy, like super crushed together nuggets that seemingly never melt. They're awesome. I love it. Unfortunately, there's not really a lot of AM/PMs around here, so. Like, there's one that's not very far away, but I never feel comfortable going in there, because it seems like every single time I ever go by one of those, there's always, like, at least 2 drug dealers hanging out outside, right next to the taco truck. And it's just like, man, it's like, not only do I want to go in that AM/PM and get my, you know, crazy, super awesome, you know, soft drink or whatever, but I also kind of want to go over to that taco truck and get a couple of burritos, because we all know that taco truck burritos really are where the world spins on axis. Like, that's the real McCoy. I love Taco Bell as much as the next guy and all the other ones like that, but it just, you can't beat the authentic stuff. It really, unless of course it has fucking not barbacoa pork. I'm thinking of chorizo breakfast sausage. Oh God, I was just talking with my brother about that last night, about how I will never again in my human existence on this planet ever consume anything that has chorizo in it. I don't care if, you know, God himself put up a plate of chorizo sausage. I would not eat it, unless of course, you know, eating it would allow me like full scale enlightenment of the world. That's probably a condition where I would break down and do it. I think that's a stipulation that would like totally be worth my while, but just for the sake of saying that I ate it, no way. Because anytime I've ever had chorizo, that stuff just like it's like you take a bite of it, it gets into your stomach, and then it just turns into like the fucking spiny things from that are in like Super Mario World, that are in the water levels. the crazy, like, spiny things in the water, whatever, I don't know what the hell they are. But it's those things. It feels like it's just, like, shredding my insides. And it's all bad. And then it shreds my ass. So, hey, alright. I mean, it's not great. It's, there's at least a few other cars that are Ford that I probably would have rather seen be a rally car than an Escort. But it is what it is, I guess. Don't we already have one of those? Didn't we, like, literally just get one of those? I thought we did. Didn't we get one from, oh, we got the Focus last time. Okay, well, I will take the Escort over the Focus for sure. The aesthetic of it is at least a little bit more pleasing than this. Oh, the spoiler on the roof. Oh, God, I hate it. I mean, it's not like on the roof. It's on the... it's above the goddamn window. It's so stupid. Anytime I ever see that shit going on, it just, like... It makes my colon spasm. It really does, because that looks so dumb. It's frustrating. I saw some dude driving around with like a Volkswagen Golf the other day that had one of those on it, and I legit wanted to like let him go like a quarter mile in front of me and then just speed up as fast as I could and then pit maneuver him into a telephone pole, which is a horrible thing to say because that would have probably scratched my car. Not the fact that it would have killed him, because that probably would have been deserved, but I would have dented my car, and then that would have been a problem because I got to return that car in September, and that's just what it is. But with that said, my friends, we just knocked out another set of rally races. We're doing really, really well in that category. I'm delightfully surprised, because I think at this rate we might be able to just knock all these out. I mean, we've now done Smoky Mountain both ways, Tahiti Maze. I mean, the Swiss Alps, I would assume we're going to do just fine in that. The Rally Challenge, I don't know what this one is. It's a little bit different, I'm assuming, because I can't remember it very well for some reason. And then these ones are already done, so, I mean, we might, in the next couple episodes, may be able to knock out the rest of these and have that entire section done, which, when that happens, I'm down with it, because the prize that you get is so worth it. It's so sick. So, I think we will cross that road when we get there. Did we do all these? I don't know why I feel like we didn't do all of those. I think we had to have, yeah, obviously. I think that was just a weird moment for me. But, my friends, we're going to stop right here. When we come back on the next installment of Let's Play Gran Turismo 3, the Ultimate Driving Simulator, even though I'm pretty sure that's still not the name of this game, and I keep saying it incorrectly on purpose, willingly or unwillingly, we're going to go back and do some more rally races. So until then, my friends, this is your host, LovelyCheesePizza, saying thank you guys for watching. I'm going to drink some more Zevia, and I will see you guys later. So take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.